In the uneasy morning hours, within the quiet confines of a calm gloom that precedes dawn, Gregor was startled into wakefulness. His eyes were full of terror, irises shimmering with a strange glow. He was awake, yet he wasn't himself anymore.
In the abyss of transformation, I awaken, not as myself, but as an echo in a world unrecognizable.
He was an estranged being in an altered reality, a place where his very essence was as unfamiliar as the room in which he lay. A silhouette shrouded in mystery, standing in a dimly lit room that merges a dichotomy of past and future.
My body is an amalgam of metal and flesh. I'm a freak reborn. What happened to me?
The dim morning light reveals Gregor's now grotesque, cybernetic form under the bedsheet, his hands trembling as he lifts the sheet, revealing his insect-like form. Gregor experiments, his touch bringing electronics to life, his eyes reflecting the code streaming across the screens. His skin seamlessly merges with shimmering metallic patches, and digital codes flicker across his multifaceted eyes that glow with an inner light.
Maybe in this grotesque form, I can still weave us back together, stitch the tears I've caused in the fabric of our lives. I'm not going to drift into turmoil.
Now, a surreal blend of his past life and his new, monstrous vermin existence, underlined by existential dread and technological transcendence.
I can hear a melody of despair in their voices, and for me, the unity we once shared. My very existence is now a chasm between us. Is this what I've become? An aberration of flesh and wires?
The corridor bathed in the sterile light from overhead. As the Samsa family stands, huddled outside Gregor's door, their faces are filled with worry, painted with the brush of fear.
Gregor, darling, open the door. Let us help you.
Help! Beyond these walls, I'm nothing but a monster!
Gregor, open up! This silence, it's tearing me apart.
Gregor, veiled in shadows, listens to the muffled voices of his family through the door, his form barely distinguishable.
To see me is to see a monster. I'm lost in this transformation. I ought not to succumb to fear. The destroyer of thought, the minuscule demise that ushers in sheer nothingness. I will meet my fear. I will let it wash over me, pass through me. I shall allow it to drift over and through me as a shadow passes over the land.
In a fury, Gregor's mechanical limbs lash out, connecting with the cybernetic network of the city. His room becomes a cathedral of light and shadow, voices of the collective consciousness whispering secrets.
1,000 lives, 1,000 sorrows. In their voices, I find my despair and my salvation. This cacophony of souls, I'm connected to every whisper, every scream.
The family, a tableau of desperation in the dim glow of the living room, the rain outside casting moving shadows across their faces.
In your suffering, you've unearthed a strength that binds and guides us through the darkness.
Perhaps, in this darkness, Gregor's curse can be our light.
You're the light, Gregor, the soul of this fractured world. Together, we'll navigate this night.
An eerie dance of light and shadow surrounds a holographic interface. His eyes reflecting a glow, with a profound sense of bewilderment and existential dread. Gregor, in his own turmoil, confronts his new reality, a blend of human emotion and the cold, mechanical, cyborg insect form.
In the abyss, I found a truth. I'm not the monster I feared. This transformation is my freedom, my path to redemption. See me not as a monster, but as Gregor, your son, your brother.
Gregor, you've shown us that even in the darkest of times, there's a light that can bring us together.
The family watches, tears mingled with smiles of dawning comprehension.
He's not just my brother anymore. He's something more. A beacon in this endless night.
The city transforms, giving life and hope to a new beginning.
The world's changed. He's changed. What place is there for a creature like him?
This moment captures their unity. Through Gregor's eyes, they witness a world reborn, a symbol of hope and new beginnings.
This dawn, it's ours. A new chapter, written in the light of your sacrifice. Gregor. A tale of shadows and the love that illuminates them.
Though I am transformed, my essence remains. This dawn marks not an ending, but a new beginning for us all.
A tale of shadows and love illuminates them as they become enlightened by a flood of the city's collective consciousness.
I discovered my greatest power in my deepest fear. This awakening, born from the shell of my former self, unites us. In the collective heart of humanity, I found my true self.
The family stands together on the balcony, the horizon a riot of colors as night gives way to day. Gregor, in his cybernetic form, watches over the city transforming beneath them.